with 3 dark-skinned Negroes
Yo,
in the
there's so many citations that Rich Medina lists at the end, and
Yes, he
I think
does.
I've gotten a lot of them.
I'm sure you have. A lot of us have. That was the purpose of putting it out there.
Yo, I told you this back in the days. I've always told you that's my favorite song off The Apartment, even though you got the one with Dilla,
Yeah.
which is a classic.
Yeah.
But that one is one of my favorite joints for me of all time because the subject matter, the cast of MCs, the beat is disgusting. Once again, that's Tony Galvin.
Tony Galvin.
Yo, I was like, yo, I was at Miami Beatwave Studios. You were working on an album that you didn't put out.
The Planet.
The Planet. And I was just like, yo, you got to do a video for that, bro. You got to do a video for that. And you were like, nah, there's some other joints I might do a video for. And like it was shortly after that all the police brutality videos started hitting. And I was like, every time a video would come up on my Facebook, I'm like, Dynas should have done the 90 Degrees video, man. I'm telling you.
That's funny. I mean, you're right. It just never happened, and just never happened. I really, my head wasn't in that space to do a joint for that. I mean, plus, back then, Rich Medina wasn't coming down all the time. I would have wanted him in the video. I think, after that, Rec got signed to Strange and started doing his thing. LMS eventually moved, so yeah, never happened.
Yeah, LMS is now out in Canada. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Still
Shout out to
doing
both
his
those
thing.
MCs.
Yeah.
They're both ill MCs. And Rich Medina's classic, one of the best DJs on the planet, and a very, very ill poet. And he sounds like the light-skinned Barry White.
How did that track come about? Like, why did you choose those MCs? How did it happen?
That's a good question. Basically, I'd written the first verse. I was sitting on it, and actually it was done to a different beat. But the person that sent me the beat, I think, stole the beat from another producer. Because when I asked him for the stems, he couldn't send them. So actually, I went to Tony and was like, yo, I need a remix. And he did the remix, and that's what you're hearing. That's actually
really?
the remix,
So everybody laced their vocals, even Recognize and LMS laced their vocals on the other beat that you're telling me?
No, because I had done, what I did originally is I did all the verses myself.
Okay.
And that's how the first iteration of the record, unfolded. And then once the beat, went sideways with the producer, who will go nameless. I really want to say his name, but he's not relevant anymore. So basically, I said, you know what? Let's revamp the whole thing. And then I was like, yo, I think it would be great to have a white man's perspective, which is Rec.
Right.
And I was like, it would be really good to have a Latin perspective, which is LMS. I originally, thought about getting another MC from down here, but I think at the time he wasn't in the area. It was Shotty. I thought about Shotty.
Nice.
Because I'm a huge Shotty fan, but I'm also a huge LMS fan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, damn, I was going back and forth on which one to ask. And I said, LMS, he has a vibe about him. I mean, he looks like he gets in trouble. So shout out to you, LMS.
Like I told you, he did the Biggie.
Yeah, he did the Biggie. Like he really,
he really did.
Yeah, he did his thing. He sewed it up so nice on the end in terms of the MCing part, and then Rich laced it with the citations. You know what I'm saying? He really. Was
that his idea, Rich?
Of course, that's Rich.
How was he in the studio?
Nah, I sent it to him.
You sent it to him. You're like, figure something out for this.
I said, whatever you vibe, just do
nice.
you. I didn't, I was like, listen to the subject matter, whatever you want to do, just do you. And he's like, I got you. He had it. He killed it.
That's very dope. That's very dope.
Sure.
I knew very little of Rich Medina before hearing that. So like when
it's
I heard
funny.
it,
A lot of people in Miami, a lot of people didn't know who he was. Like he would come down for Winter Music Conference, do his Jumpin' Funk and all these other different fell-out parties, and all the dope joints that he does. And then, all these years later, now he's the mainstay down here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see him frequently on Instagram being posted, and not just from him, from like other people, like, yo, Rich Medina over here at this spot,
I'm telling you, one of the best DJs in the world. If you want to go out and party and you want to feel good, you want to get your rum and coke on like he does and have a great time, go to you see Rich Medina on Instagram, just go to one of his parties. You'll enjoy yourself, I guarantee you.
Let me ask you this. How many albums have you released? Because I'm counting 4.
What are you for?
I'm counting The Apartment, Big and Tall, Me, Myself, and Rhymes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you consider the Lost and Found. I know it's not really an official album.
Yeah, that's not really. That's like a more of a mixtape. Yeah, I've done 3. This record, Eye Level, will be the 4th that I've dropped. Yeah.
All right. And Me, Myself, and Rhymes, that was on Rawkus. That was that thing
Rawkus
that they were
50.
doing in, what was it, 07?
Yeah, the Rawkus 50 in 07, yeah.
That was a dope album too, man.
Thanks. I got sued behind one of the records on that. But yeah, it's cool. It happened. Don't sample John Clemmer. That's all I can tell you, right? Don't sample John Clemmer.
Wow.
Yeah, Mike Beats, who's now Third World Don, he did that beat for me.
Oh, man, Mike Beats doing his thing, Third World Don.
Yeah, he's definitely doing his thing. He reached out to me yesterday on Instagram. He's doing his thing.
Cool cat, man.
Yeah, man, cool cat.
John Clemmer.
Very talented.
I got some records from him here, and I've actually sampled them, so I'm very glad you just told me that.
Don't do it. I can tell you the attorney's name off the air. Don't do it. He'll hit you up. They sent somebody to my home to serve me, but yeah, it's a long time ago.
Wow. Yeah. What do you think of TrackLib? Have you heard about TrackLib?
No, I'm not familiar.
TrackLib is what Tom Sullivan, the guy from Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
He put together this website. Well, I'm pretty sure he had a lot more help than just himself.
Isn't it samples or something like that?
Yeah, you sample and you could get the sample cleared. And they work it out all for you.
I think that's dope.
I think that's cool too.
I think that's very cool.
I haven't explored their catalog yet, because then I'm like, I look around and I'm looking at my records. I'm like, well, what was all this work
exactly.
for?
Why'd you dig, right?
You know?
Nah, I'm good off of that. But I mean, I'm not producing on a regular basis. Maybe if I was, it would be helpful, but I'm not. So.
All right, so we're gonna go into another song right now. We only got 2 songs left, and this one's from another MC from down here. So let's get into it. You know, more of that down south feel for y'all.